everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video for me. I know you guys are very used to watching my Sezane hauls in this channel, and that is very fun to do, but today I decided to switch it up a little bit and give you guys a Sezane declutter instead. So we're well into fall now, going into winter, and I've started to use my sweaters, and I have been using them for the last like 2 months now. And basically I just kind of felt like a lot of them I've outgrown for different reasons. Really, my lifestyle's changed since last fall, winter. I've also lost weight, and like my taste has changed just in general. So I started to kind of go through my sweaters, and I decided there were like quite a couple ones, and they're all from Sezane, that I was ready to part ways with. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of do a video on it, not just to show you what I'm decluttering from my wardrobe, but also why. Just because I know a lot of my channel is me shopping for Sezane specifically and like showing you guys what I get, and that's all great, and like showing you what's new in my wardrobe and everything. But I also thought it would be very useful for you guys, and also kind of like for me to do the exercise and like see what has actually not stood the test of time. Because at least for me, one of the main reasons why I buy from stores like Sezane is because I kind of look at them as investments. I invest in these pieces that I think I'm gonna have in my wardrobe for a long time, or at least that's my intention when I first go into purchasing something from them. Like, you know, the materials are really good, like not something that's like that fast fashion. And yeah, that's usually my intention when I go ahead and I'm like shopping from these places like Sezane that I like to document here on my channel. So I thought it would be also really interesting to document why I want to part ways with these ones specifically. So yeah, I thought that that would be a good video idea. Hopefully you guys really enjoy it. I am going to be listing all of these on my Depop, which is always linked down below in all of my videos, but it will also be linked in this one if you guys are interested in any of the pieces I have to show. Today, you will be able to shop for them there, and I always list all of my sweaters and all my things for less than I actually bought them. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. And anyway, let's get started. So I decided to kind of start this video off in a bit of a different way, because this is the list of suspects today. So these are all the sweaters that we're kind of gonna go through, and the ones that I'm thinking about just decluttering, parting ways with for different reasons. So we will go through all of those in a bit, and I will be trying all these on and kind of explaining why I don't want them anymore, basically, for each particular one. But first, I kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm wearing right now, because I am going to be referencing this sweater specifically a lot throughout the video, so I thought it would just make sense to just get it out of the way and kind of like show you guys what I mean when I say what I will say. So this is my latest sweater purchase. This is from Aritzia. This is, I believe, their Bare Essentials cashmere sweater. And this one's in Dew Blue, I want to say. They have another blue shade, but yeah, this one's the lighter one. This is in an extra small, and all of the other sweaters that I'm going to show you guys today are also in an extra small. And I just love this sweater so much. Like, this has been, I've been obsessed with it. I haven't had it for that long yet, but I have just loved it. I wore it to work the other day, and I also loved it. Like, it felt so comfortable throughout the day. Like, I had literally no complaints. I felt really beautiful. Like, it feels like so soft and cozy, and like it also really keeps me warm, which is very important to me. And it's super lightweight as well. Like, it's very thin, which I also appreciate. It's not bulky at all. I feel like it's very slimming. Like, it's such a great length as well. Like, it's kind of cropped, not really, but like a little bit. Like, it's not super long. The arms are just like perfect length for me as well. Like, everything, I just love the way it looks. I love the more slimmer fit, as I said, And yeah, I've just been completely obsessed with it. So I wanted to show you guys this first. I'm gonna do a quick 360 so you guys can see what it looks like from every angle. And then we can jump into these ones. But yeah, I've literally just been absolutely obsessed with the sweater, and I kind of want to get it in every single color now. And also, since it's cashmere, it's like, it's just the best. It's so cozy, so easy to style with literally everything. So yeah, I've been obsessed with that one. Now for these ones, I have this is gonna be the first one I'm gonna try on. So this is the Loris Jumper, I believe. This is the only turtleneck I'm going to be decluttering today. I do have two other ones from Sezane, but those ones I'm going to be keeping. And by the way, if you're interested in seeing my full sweater collection, like my Sezane collection, I did a video last year. They should all be kind of the same. I have like a couple of new additions and one that I don't have anymore, but it's pretty much all the same still. So I'll leave it linked up above and down below if you guys are interested in watching that. You'll also see in that video how I have lost weight, so not all of them fit me the same way anymore, but still I think it's a good reference if you're interested. So yeah, this is the Loris Jumper. Again, it's turtleneck, and I think I'm gonna start with this one today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on, and I'll be right back. So I have the Loris Jumper on. So this is what it looks like. And I mean, it still fits me, as you guys can see. It's just a little bit more oversized. Oops, sorry, this fell down. It's just a little bit more oversized than what I like to wear these days. Again, comparing it to my Aritzia jumper that I just showed you guys, like I feel like even like the arms and everything, like everything just looks a little bit more like a bit oversized and like baggy, but I feel like it's not super oversized, but it's oversized enough that it makes me just look a little bit more like baggy or like just bulky. I think bulky is the better word for it. And then also on the neck, we have these like ruffles, which are really pretty, and I used to really love these ruffles, but I feel like right now they're a bit much to me. Like every time I go to put on this sweater, I just feel like oh, might be a bit too much. Like I just feel like I don't feel as comfortable going out in public with this. Not for anything, like I still find that this sweater and all of the other ones that I'm going to show you are beautiful. Like every time I look at them like hung up in my closet or whatever, I feel like they are still gorgeous to look at, and I love the details and everything. It's just like on is a different story. Like I have started to notice like a pattern in my wardrobe and in the things that I've bought over the last like 3 years especially, where I'm buying all these things that are beautiful and I still think that they are gorgeous, like but that maybe just don't look that great on me, or they are like a little bit harder to style, kind of like this. And again, this is going to be a running theme throughout the video and like with all these other pieces. But yeah, this is kind of like my beef with this one, and the reason why I kind of don't want it anymore. And I also feel like the bulkiness is like one of the main factors, because the two other cashmere kind of like turtleneck sweaters that I have from Sezane that are turtlenecks, yes, also have this little kind of ruffly bit, but I do still like those. So I feel like, but the difference is, I think those ones, since they are cashmere, they're a little bit more lightweight, and then they are less bulky than this one, because this one is their classic kind of like mohair, baby alpaca blend sort of situation. Coming a little bit closer so you guys can see the details. So this is like the ruffle like collar that I'm talking about. And then I also love that this one has like this beautiful pointelle kind of going through the sweater, which I feel like is very unique. And I do love it in pictures and like in advertisements and everything, but it's just on that I just feel like a snowball. I feel like a combination of a snowball, a really fluffy cat, and also like one of those portraits of like an English lord in the Elizabethan era that has like these huge collars that they used to wear. And I used to really dig that vibe, but now I don't anymore. Like I love these like very intricate, detailed vintage pieces that look very like ruffly and vintage inspired and everything. Like I feel like if you guys follow my channel for a while, you know like what my style is, and you know that like I love this sort of thing. But I feel like again, it's just something that I've started to learn with age that about myself, that not all of these pieces are functional for me in my wardrobe, and they don't make me feel my best. So I'm always in a bit of a struggle with like loving all these beautiful things and like visually loving them and like what they represent or whatever, and then like them not looking that great on me. And sometimes I try to convince myself that they do. And this has happened, like I remember when I bought the sweater and I was like, oh, but it has all these details, like I must love it and everything, but I wasn't fully convinced in the back of my mind. So yeah, I think it's time for this one to go. Again, these will all be linked in my Depop down below. They're all listed already. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested in this beautiful sweater, again, it has nothing wrong with it in the sense of like it's in perfect condition, but it's just not really my style anymore, I think. Or I have things that I prefer, and yeah, I think it's time for it to go to someone who will do it more justice and actually appreciate it. So yeah, sadly, I think the Loris jumper has seen its last day with me. And yeah, now I'm gonna be trying on this beauty that fell a second ago. And this one's actually, I think maybe a controversial one, because this is one of the pieces that is like a staple in Sezane, and this is the Angie cardigan. I had two originally in that video where I'm trying on my entire collection. I had this one, well I have this one, and I also had one in rosewood, like a burgundy sort of color. That one I already sold in my Depop, but now this one, I think it's time for this one to go up. But anyway, I'm gonna be trying that one on now, and we'll talk about it once I have it on. Okay, so this is the Angie cardigan from Sezane, and if you guys have seen my channel before, you might be surprised to see this one is also going to be decluttered, because I filmed videos wearing this. Like I even have like a comparison video with this one and the Angelie, which I also have one of the Angelies actually, on my channel, which is one of like my most viewed shorts and everything. But see, the thing with this sweater is it suffers from the same thing that the Loris one did, just that it's beautiful to look at. Like it has so many gorgeous details, and like in theory it's like the sort of thing that I would be obsessed with and like wear it a ton and all these things. But then in reality, it's just so hard for me to style this. And even just like, again, like I don't know if it's something to do with my personality or like what's happening, but like every time I go to put this on, I feel like it's a bit much, or it's just styled in an odd way. And to be fair, I did wear this like a bit, like not that long ago, to go to work one day, and it was fine, but I just didn't feel my best. And like again, it's one of those things where I feel like maybe this style I've kind of outgrown. And to be fair with this one, I do remember distinctly when I got this. This was one of my oldest Sezane sweaters. I have this since 2023, I want to say, and like early 2023, because I saw it on the website. I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful, it's like I'm obsessed, I need to have it, all these things. And I remember when I got it and I tried it on for the first time, and even then I remember being like, do I really love this on? And then I kind of convinced myself that I did, and I kept it. And then from that day on, I've had such a hard time styling it. It's like actually crazy, like it's a joke. And I've had moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear it and like just, you know, force myself to wear it, and I do. And then I see pictures like back from that night, and I just don't feel like I look my best. Again, I feel like it's just way too bulky. This one has like these like balloon sleeves, but they're just way too long for my arm. Also, just for reference, I am quite petite. I am 5'3". So like, so like this is like how long it is, and so obviously since I don't wear it like that, this does like this weird thing where it just like bulks up like the balloon just like at the end. So I feel like this is probably something that would look better on someone that's taller. I feel like honestly a lot of these ones would just look better on someone that's taller. Like I feel like that's like most of my problem. But anyway, I can't fix my height, so so yeah, this one like it's just again just a bit bulky for me. It just doesn't really fit right in a lot of places, and I've just tried to hold on to it for so long, but I think it's time for me to let it go. I am gonna come a little bit closer so you guys can see the details. I also like, I mean, it's just so gorgeous. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. I love the details, and I feel like it's so unique. So this is like the cuff as well. So these are the cuffs. As you see, there is like a bit of a balloon on the sleeves, and you can button this all the way up as well, kind of like that. And whenever I have tried to button it like this as well, I just feel like I look like a little, like, I don't know, like an Asian lady, or kind of like a samurai almost, or like someone in the military. I don't know why it gives me that vibe, but I just feel, or like a Victorian lady. I just feel very like restricted. I feel like I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, yeah, I just feel very like I mean business, but not in a great way, you know? So yeah, I feel like this one, which is also why I wear it a little bit, like when I do wear it, I wear it like that, which is like a little bit more open. I feel like that way it kind of looks a little bit better. But even then, I feel like this is also giving kind of like, I don't know, like Prince Eric after he almost drowned in the sea, and his like billowy white shirt is like kind of open and like all like that, but not in the best way possible. Like it's kind of giving that, but like not, again, not my favorite thing. So yes, I've tried so much to force myself to use this, and I did a couple of times, but then I remembered like I shouldn't have to torture myself to wear the things I own. Like I should, like my again, like my idea when I buy these pieces, or my intention, is to wear them a lot, to love them, to feel beautiful in them. Like I feel like that is what I want from my clothes, and I am just not getting it with this piece, unfortunately, and with the other ones I'm going to be showing you. So I feel like it's a lesson learned for me, that again, not everything that I find beautiful online, I can look at the images, and it's very hard because it's very tempting, I think, with Sezane, especially with their sweaters. They're all so unique and beautiful and different from everything else you can find online these days. I think that it's so tempting every time I look at their lookbooks and their pictures, and they're all so beautiful and they look gorgeous on the models and everything. But I just have to think, like, I can look at them and enjoy them visually, but they're not always going to be for me, and this one is unfortunately not for me. So yeah, just like the other one, this one's going to be listed on my Depop, and if you guys are interested, it is going to be going for a bit cheaper than, or actually kind of a lot cheaper than what you would get it for in Sezane, if you consider as well like shipping and duties and everything. So yeah, if you guys are interested, it's going to be listed. This is also an extra small. Everything I'm going to show you guys is in a size extra small, for reference. But yeah, if you guys are interested, you can find it there. Again, this is also perfect condition. You'll see all the pictures and everything on Depop, but still. Yeah, sadly it's time to say goodbye to Angie. And with that said, I'm going to try on another cardigan I have from Sezane. This one I think is the Manea, and yeah, I'll try this one on and we can discuss it. And yeah, I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so this one's the Manea. This one is very interesting because I actually loved this sweater. Like, I have worn this one probably the most out of all of these, or probably the second most, but I have worn these. And I loved it when I first got it. The print was like what really got me. I was like obsessed with this print. They had it in a couple of different items. So there was like the sweater, there was like a dress, there were pants, there was like a couple of different things, but I opted for the sweater. I even had like a video of me trying it on when I first got it in a YouTube short I did, if you guys are interested in it. But yeah, I loved it when I first got it. Was obsessed with the print. I thought it was like the most gorgeous thing, and I still love the print. I feel like it's really pretty, but I am just not really a print person anymore. Like, the 3 sweaters that I have from Sezane, that I ever got from Sezane that were printed, are all in this pile. So I have other 2 that I'm going to show you guys as well. But yeah, I was just going through a phase. I honestly, this was so unlike me because ever since I've been a little girl, I've kind of hated floral, and like floral prints were really not my thing. And then after like 2020, I started getting into florals, and I was like, oh, I kind of really like this and stuff. But you know what? I kind of have discovered that I'm actually not really a floral person, like a print person that much, because I feel like, again, this one's a bit too much for me. I also find it a little bit difficult to style sometimes. Like, the thing is, I can only wear it with basically like pants or leggings. That's it. Like, a skirt with this is like not really the vibe. Like, it's a bit too much. Plus, since I have lost weight, I feel like it just is a bit too bulky for me right now. So like, there's like all this excess fabric that I don't want to be there, even though this is an extra small. This is just like the way it fits. But like, I don't want it to, you know, I prefer something that fits me, kind of like the Aritzia jumper that I showed you guys like in the very beginning, the blue one. That's something I prefer because this one doesn't have any other issues in the sense of like, it doesn't have a blue sleeve. The sleeves actually are like a good length for me and everything. It's just, I still feel like it's a bit bulky, and the print as well, like I just feel like it's a bit much. And again, I have worn this, so it is ironic. I'm literally staring like behind the camera. I have like my TV and like my TV console and stuff, and I have some picture frames, and I have a picture of me and my boyfriend and me and some friends when we went to the zoo, and I'm literally wearing the sweater in that picture. So I do, like, I look at myself like this and I'm like, oh, I like it, like it's pretty, I like the print of it. But then I don't know, like lately I've just been like, every time I go and put it on, I'm not convinced, and I go to put on something else. So yeah, this is like what's happened to me with this one. But this is kind of like a bit of a close-up so you guys can see. It also buttons all the way up, and it has like these really pretty buttons that are like meant to, I guess, mirror like a natural kind of material. So you can wear this open as well. I just always like used it like this. But yeah, this is the sweater. Let me do a little 360 for you guys so you can see the print all throughout. So this is the print as well from the back, and then from the side. See, it just looks a bit big, like, or I feel like it just makes me look a bit big, which is not what I want, especially now that I've lost weight, you know? When I was like a bit like heavier, I kind of like, this was the sort of thing that I feel like kind of disguised, or like kind of like, you know, I don't know, like I guess it's like more of a weight thing and also like a taste thing with this one. Like my taste changes a bit. But yeah, this is the Manea sweater. You can't get this anymore, unfortunately. I think this was from fall 2023, I want to say. Yeah, but it has not stood the test of time with me, unfortunately. It's just one of those things, you know, like my taste has just changed, and yeah, it was definitely an impulse buy and something a little bit more trendy that I kind of got into. And this is also another lesson I've had to learn, I think, with this declutter, that certain trendy pieces, like I can't, like at least not spend the amount of money I spent on this, which was like maybe like $200 or maybe like a bit more with like taxes and everything, for a sweater I'm gonna end up wearing for a year and a half. Like that's like a bit silly. So I have to learn this lesson, stop doing that, and this is also why I'm more into sweaters like the one I showed you at the beginning, the Aritzia sweater. Like, they're just classic, they're timeless, they're never gonna go out of fashion, and I can style them more easily, wear them more easily, and anything that, something like this. So I did love this. It had its day with me, but unfortunately that day is now over. So yeah, if you guys are interested in it, again, this is an extra small. It will be linked in my Depop. It's perfect condition. Everything is great. All the buttons are perfect. So yeah. And now for my next one on the chopping block, it's gonna be this beauty. This is the Angelie sweater, and this is probably one of my oldest ones as well. I got this in 2022, so this is definitely one of my oldest Sezane sweaters. And this color they don't really make anymore. I actually don't think they have Angelie anymore on the website, but anyway, I'm gonna put this on and we can talk about it. Okay, this one is the Angelie. So this one is basically the V-neck version of the Angie. It has the same kind of like knit, same material, same sort of buttons, same cuffs, same balloon sleeve, but just in a V-neck sort of style. And I do have, again, a video on my channel where I compare these two. I had bought the Angelie in the white as well, the Ecru, and did a video comparing them and everything, and I actually returned that one when I got it. This one I got before the Angie, so this one I got in 2022. Again, this is one of my oldest Sezane sweaters, and it was like what first got me. I was like, oh my god, that's so gorgeous, like I need to have it. And I remember this sold out like right away. Like I was lucky to even get it. You know, if you are a Sezane shopper, the things tend to sell out very, very quickly. And this was one of those things that I believe like sold out, and I think they never even restocked it. So I was like so happy I got it. And the moment I got it and I like tried it on and everything, I was like, oh, I love it. And I think I also kind of like was swept away by the fact that, again, everyone wanted it. It was sold out. I had it, and I kind of didn't want to return it and regret it. And so I ended up keeping it. And just like the Angie, ever since, I have been trying to force myself to use it. This one I feel like is not as bulky as the other ones, but it does still have the issue of the sleeves being too long for me, like, and also I feel like it just looks a bit awkward on me. Like I just feel like it always looks like a bit overly serious in a way that I don't want to look. Like I feel like it ages me, kind of. Like I feel like it looks like more of a, not a granny sweater, but like it makes me look like, you know, like these characters in movies where it's like a really like pretty girl or whatever, but she just doesn't know how to dress. I feel like this is the sort of thing that she would wear potentially. And yeah, it's such a shame because I love the color. I feel like it's so pretty and it's so unique. Let me come a little bit closer. It's like this beigey color, but it's like so beautiful. And also, of course, like all the details, all the knit, like it's just gorgeous, but I feel like it just fits me a bit weird. Like I don't know if it's in my head or like, I don't think it's in my head. I've owned the sweater for 3 years now. Like it's clearly not in my head. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to let it go because it was so hard to get. And like, it was like, I did get it. I felt very lucky and all these things. But at the same time, it's just the same thing I said with the Angie at the end, where I was like, I don't want to feel like tortured to wear my things. Like, and I also don't want to be put in a position where I have this wardrobe full of things that I don't wear and like that are just like, you know, like taking up space and everything in my mind. Like I feel like someone else would really appreciate and love this a lot more than I do, and I think it's time for it to go to a new home, and for me to also like be able to wear the things I really love instead of having to force myself to wear this. So I'm not doing that anymore, and yeah, that's basically I think like the main thing that happens to me with this one. But other than that, again, it's like so gorgeous, just like the Angie. Like I love to look at it, like it's so beautiful. The knit is deliciously gorgeous, like it's unlike anything I've ever seen. But yeah, it's just not for me. I feel like it's just not flattering for me. I don't know if it's because, again, like I'm more on the petite side, and like the sleeves are fit funny and everything fits a bit awkwardly on me. But yeah, I feel like it's just not for me, and it's a bit hard to style as well. So yeah, unfortunately, the Angie is also going to be listed, and maybe fortunately for you, one of you guys has really wanted it, and now's your shot. So again, this is an extra small. Everything's perfect with it. The only thing is like the first button, like this one, is a little bit loose, but it's like not gonna come off or anything, and it's, I feel like, a quick fix. Like it's not a big deal, but just wanted to note that. And yeah, anyway, I only have 2 other sweaters left now, and this one is the next one I'm going to be trying on. As you can see, it's also printed, so you guys are probably already like, you already know where this is going. But anyway, I'm going to try this one on now, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is my other sweater. This one is, as you guys can see, printed. Although this one's probably my least like in your face printed sweater from Sezane, because it is like a light beigey color, and the rest of the print is kind of like an ecru sort of shade. So it is like a little bit more tame than the other ones, but still, I just wasn't really reaching for it. And honestly, this one and the next one I'm gonna be showing you guys are 2 of my oldest sweaters from Sezane. I got these in 2022, just like the Angie, but I think I got these first. And I, again, was just like swept by my newfound love by Sezane. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I was starting to get into print, so I think this is why I got these 2 that were printed. And this one I wore, I think, like the first like couple months I got it, and then it just like basically went into oblivion, and I never wore it again, basically out, I think. I literally would just forget I even had it, like unless I saw it, like, or I was like looking through, I was like, oh, I have it. Like I would literally forget I owned this sweater, which is definitely not what I want for my wardrobe, and it is a little bit sad. This one, by the way, is the Julietta Jumper. You can't get this anymore, unfortunately. This is in the 70s floral print, I think it was called. But yeah, it's just like a basic crew, like printed Sezane sweater. Like they do these prints, like different prints, every like couple seasons, I think, or every like fall winter season for sure. They come out with a couple. So this one was one of the ones for 2022, and I believe it was also very popular. So I saw that it was starting to like sell out really quickly, and I think that's also the reason why I got it. And it was like tame enough, so I was like, okay, this should be fine. But again, I just didn't really get the use out of it that I wanted to. And this one actually has already been in my Depop for a while, because I actually decluttered this one, and the next one I'm going to show you back in spring. So after last year's fall winter season was done, and I never wore these, like not even once, I was like, yeah, these need to go. So I posted them. They have not sold yet, so they are also on sale. So they're like even more discounted. But yeah, this is this one. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it other than like, it's just not my style anymore. And again, it's just like a bit more bulky than I would want it to be. I feel like all of these kind of suffer from the same thing. But yeah, I'm gonna show you very quickly here a little bit of close-up so you can see the print. So this is what it looks like. This is like the sleeves, and then let me do a little 360 for you so you can see the back. This is what the back looks like, and then over at the side. But see how it looks like kind of bulky on the side as well, like I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I know for sure that I have not wanted this and I have not missed it at all either. Since I kind of put it away. I put like all the things that I'm like selling on my Depop in a suitcase underneath my bed while they sell. So they're not actually in my wardrobe, but I've literally not missed this like at all. And it's also a bit of a test that I do in case of like, if I do actually miss something or if I do want to try it on, I might like be able to save it. But yeah, this one has just not been the case. So I hope that it finds a home sometime soon and someone else is able to love it and appreciate it. Again, this is an extra small. And yeah, it's already on my Depop. So if you guys are interested, check it out. It's in perfect condition. I think I literally only wore it maybe like 4 times since I got it. So yeah, anyway. And then the last sweater I have is the second thing I ever got from Sezane, ever. I actually was tempted to, so the first thing I ever got from Sezane was a white sweater, my comb jumper, and which I still have and I still love, even though that one's also a bit baggy, but I feel like that one works. And when I first got that one, I got it in the London store, well, in the Notting Hill apartment actually. I've been seeing Sezane online for a while, but I kind of wanted to see it in person. So I went to Notting Hill, to the apartment, to try a couple of things on that I had seen and loved. And I was between, at the end, that one. I also got a couple of other things that day, but for sweaters, I was between that sweater and this one. And I ended up going with the white one, the comb sweater, which I was so happy about at the time, and I'm still happy I made that decision. But then I regretted it, not having gotten this one too. Like, I still kept thinking about it, so I ordered it as well. And yeah, this is from one of their collabs. It's from the Sezane X Inoui editions collab. And the pictures for these were just incredible. I loved it so much. But anyway, let me actually put it on and we can talk about it in more detail because I do have quite a bit to say about this one. And for the final sweater, this is, oh, sorry, I almost fell over. This Sezane X Inoui edition sweater. They had another one that was printed that was blue, I believe, and I would have preferred that one, but it was completely sold out and they never restocked it. I was never able to get it. And now I feel like it was kind of for the best because it would have probably been in this declutter too because of the print. But I was able to get something else in that print, which I'm very happy about. It's like a toiletry, like little like pursey thing. So I feel like that's more like the way to go for me now moving forward with these printed things from Sezane that I love. Just getting something that is like a little purse, a little like toiletry bag or something. Not something that's like so in your face. So the story of this sweater, I kind of already started telling like before, which is that this is my second oldest Sezane sweater. I was obsessed with it when I got it. I love the color. I feel like the burgundy like really suits me. The print is a bit much for me these days, but this one I actually ended up wearing a bit more than the previous one I showed you, the Julietta. I definitely wore this one a lot more when I got it. I was obsessed with it. It was like the most unique, incredible thing I had like owned or like ever. It was like, I was obsessed with it. I loved it. Then that was like the first year I had it. Then it was like every time I tried to put it on, it was like, well, this may be a little bit too much, you know. It's kind of like the same story I've told you guys over with all the other things I've kind of decluttered. But also what happened with me with this sweater was that the campaign pictures were just impeccable. They were so beautiful. Like, I'll insert some pictures of them like here if I can find them. But they were just gorgeous. Like, the model looked sublime with this on, and clearly I'm not the model, so I don't look like that. But like, again, I don't know if it's like the fact of being taller or like what it is that makes these sweaters look so good on them, but like again, like I just don't feel that way anymore with this, and I feel like it's a bit bulky. And anyway, it's the same thing I've said with all of the other ones. I feel like I've just basically outgrown it, and it's just a bit too much. Like, I mostly these days when I go out, I go to work, like to an office that I didn't used to because I used to work at home. Now I have to go into the office. This is a bit much for me to go into the office with. So yeah, this is like also part of the reason why I'm looking for simpler things nowadays. Just because my lifestyle has become a bit more, not simple, but like yeah, I don't feel like I want to own these things that I can't wear to my everyday, like usually, or that I don't want to wear every day, you know? So yeah, that's like what happens with this one. I am gonna come a little bit closer so you guys can see it in detail. So this is what it looks like. It does have this gorgeous floral print. I am gonna show you here the print on the back, on the side, and again, it's just so bulky. I'm not a fan. But yeah, this one and the previous one have been listed in my Depop for a while, so they're both discounted right now, if you guys are interested. And it's also an extra small. Yeah, I think that's mostly what I had to say about these, and about everything I kind of decluttered. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this style of video. I know it's like completely different what I usually do, but I do think it was good for me at least, and like valuable hopefully to you guys as well. And yeah, let me know if you guys agree with what I said. What do you guys think of the pieces? Do you like them on me? Do you not like them? Are you thinking of getting anything like from my Depop? Like, let me know. And if you do end up getting something, also let me know. That would be great to know. And yeah, hopefully all of these pieces find a better home to go to. I'm a big fan of like actually using one's clothes, and like I don't like to have things that I don't wear and that are, you know, just like not being loved. Things are meant to be used. That is my motto. And even though I love fashion and I love Sezane, I buy the things that I think I'm going to use a lot. So when I'm not using them, I prefer to just sell them and have someone else use them. And also, you know, kind of try and make a little bit of the money back because these things are a little bit expensive as well. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, and again, comment, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you haven't already. It always helps me a ton. Hit the bell notification if you want to know when I upload next. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.